What do you think's going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just
Van Jones from
Really?
CNN.
Also interesting is, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us.
He could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
Yeah.
At this moment in history,
have
as
to
we're looking at efforts across the
prevent
country
to save
prevent
democracy.
people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights, prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Jobs of the past are just not going to come back. And when somebody says that
Kill a man
he's
in
going
a
to bring
pool.
all these jobs back, well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do? I'm going to negotiate a better deal. Well, how? What magic wand do you have? How exactly?
I'm
He's clicking again.
clicking again.
Clicking.
Welcome back to
Why, God? Why?
Sanctimonious American Men.
Oh wait, was it the chord?
I guess so. Welcome back to Sanctimonious American Men. Today is Saturday, December 30th, 2023. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
With me as always is Saintly
Can you
Brand.
just go like this, like cupping some balls? No. Put the cord into the mic.
With me as always, not doing that.
And it's not doing it. Or maybe I have to get a new mic.
With me as always.
The cream always rises to the top.
That's right.
I'm gonna have to do something. Hold on.
Well, yeah. We'll just have it. Still crunching. Just think that the Nazis had fucking video phone in 1936. No, crunchy crunch. Oh, there we go. What? Whoa. Whoop. 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 I'm still crunchy as fuck. I'm talking through a kazoo. Oh, there we go. Wait. Still crunchy. Just hang with us tight for a second. Oh, now we're better. All right. Now that we're better. Welcome back to Sanctimonious American Men. Today is Saturday, December 30th, 2023. It's about 6:30 or so, 6 something.
Yeah.
With me as always is Saintly Brandon.
6:11.
Saintly Brandon. I'm Saintly Barnes.
Hello, everybody.
And we're here to talk some shit.
Once again, back with the shit talk.
Back with the shit talking. We're the
Got nothing else to do with our lives except
Right.
shit talk some
we're
shit.
the final boss and internet shitlords.
I don't know. There's some pretty other amazing shit lords out there.
We'll give them a run.
I mean, we're not even like close to uncensored.
Well,
Imagine if we had like our own little website where we just talked real uncensored.
could be 2024.
That could happen this
Could
year.
happen.
Maybe get a Patreon, something like that.
Yeah, we got things going.
By the way, this is a lovely gift from my friend Chris, we talk about his skateboard company quite a bit, Nor'easter Skate Parks. Got that sick ass Teenage Mutant Ninja graphic on there.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think it's Rocksteady or Bebop. I forget which
Oh, okay, yeah.
one of them.
Kind of remind me of like a Warhammer thing, but they're similar.
Power Hog. That was what they were going to call their skate company, but then they just decided to make it a little more friendly, call it Nor'easter Skate Parks.
That is a little.
So if you need a skate park, give them a holler.
If you're in the market for a skate park, give them a holler. Nor'easter,
Nor'easter.
top of the line skate parks.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Park. How'd you have fun at the party? You have fun at the Christmas
I had a great
party?
time. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a nice little Christmas party here.
Yeah.
And we did one of them white elephant things where you give a gift and you can steal the gift. I've never been like in one of those, and that was quite fun.
You made out okay.
I got that nice little
You
amplifier.
got that little amp.
You got a box of shit that you just put in my office.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Scumbag.
I
So
lost that deal, but all right.
you could have stole someone's gift, though.
I went third.
You got third, huh? So
Yeah.
you didn't know how the game was
One of
working.
Well, I knew it was working that way, but my options were to steal the guy next to me, who had a cup with a bowl in it, or the stuff I gave. My gift
Yeah. Your gift is
was
Zer.
picked first. Yeah,
Jeez, yeah. You got fucked.
I got fucked. Yeah, somebody had to. But I had fun. I got a good.
That was
crack.
a pretty good. I mean, it bodes well for next year if we do it again, which I imagine we will.
I felt like I hyped up the crowd pretty good.
I nudged Jules a few times because he was sitting right next to me, and I was like,
yeah.
Jules, watch this. Barnes is just getting everybody riled up.
Yes, I am.
Steal! Steal!
Steal it!
Steal!
Come on!
Every time somebody open up something, they'd be like, steal! Steal! Steal!
I was encouraging everybody to steal.
So what happens is you open up a gift. If you like it, you can keep it. If you don't, you could steal a gift from somebody that opened up before you, a gift, and then they would have to either choose another gift or they could steal a gift. But it was pretty freaking cool. And there was quite a few gifts. A lot of people came through. So
Yeah, there was. It took a few hours to do that.
It was like an hour or so, I'd say.
It was over an hour.
Oh, you think? Over an
Yeah.
hour, yeah. It didn't seem like it because it was just so much fun.
It was fun. It was fun. I had a good time.
So
Yeah, thanks for inviting me, Jasper. I appreciate it. I had a good time.
And next year, maybe we'll invite some more people.
Right.
Maybe a lucky member.
If you want to come,
the audience gets.
just write it down in the comments there.
I'm gonna come.
I'm coming now.
Do you ever see the freaking clip with Kamala and then Trump? It's like
No.
Kamala's like, "Don't come, don't come," and then they clip Trump right in. I'm gonna come.
No, I
Right
can't see
next.
that.
The "don't come" was for the border. You know.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't come.
Yeah, she's
Don't
saying
come.
don't come now. Right?
Yeah, she did it for like a hot second back in like the third month of the administration, and then it was over.
Mayor Adams is still flipping out. Every press
They're gonna have to throw him in jail soon.
They're gonna have to do something with him because he won't shut up. He just keeps going on. I'm all for it.
I'm surprised, you know. I mean, maybe he got a little more pissed off when that FBI raided him, and he was
Maybe.
like, "All right, fuck this. I'm going all in."
He was crunching the numbers in the press conference, and he was, "Where's the money gonna come from? Where's it gonna come from? We're in a deficit now. Where's it gonna come from? The whole state's in a deficit. We can't get it from the state. Was the federal government gonna give it to us?"
Yeah, they're gonna be begging at the altar of the friggin' federal tax dollars.
Yeah. Fucking New York City.
Yeah, Holchel just started a commission for reparations.
I saw that. $5 million. Where the fuck is that money gonna come from?
Natives get any of that?
Nah, they don't get shit, bro.
Oh, god damn.
Nothing. Nothing. I think you got some land we could take, actually.
Take some more.
Take some more.
You guys got a little left.
Looks like what you got there? An acre?
I'd hate to see your land disappear. That's some nice land you got there. An acre or so.
An acre. That's a nice acre you got there.
But
dude.
yeah, the Democrats are starting to turn into they're shell shocked, like most of them. Like they're turning into shell shocked drones, where they realize how bad the party is, but they're just not sure if they can like come to admit it.
Right. Right.
They're ignoring it and running away from it as much as possible.
And you know who's been like the unsung hero of this? And it's almost embarrassing to say, but fucking Fetterman, right?
Oh my God, I heard him say so. He started talking some shit.
He's starting to go after his own party, and where it's like, wow, I didn't expect this. Right?
Yeah, I wonder who fucking gave him a fucking
I
red
don't
pill.
know. See, here's the thing, right? I wondered why they were running him because
It's probably because he had no fucking he couldn't even faculties for himself. So they're just like, here's a dummy. He'll say what we want.
Right.
And now his brain's coming back.
But-
He's like, what? Whoa, I was
Well,
in a
here's
bad
something.
dream.
Why run him? Why can't they just find somebody else, right? Unless maybe he had something on them that they didn't want coming out, so this was a way to silence him. I don't fucking know. Appease him? But I'm pretty sure there was somebody else that was Democrat in Pennsylvania that was
That's
more-
weird, though. He's just,
Well,
it seemed like a nobody, more or less. Him
more
and
or
his wife.
less.
I mean,
Yeah.
his wife, I think, has some connections, if I'm not mistaken.
I tell you, he does seem like somebody I can hang out with.
Just a big dumb hick.
Yeah.
I hung out with a lot of them.
I don't got a lot of them. Sure.
I hang out with dumb hicks all the time.
All
There's
the
a
time.
couple down in the shop right now.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
He does have that going for him. How was your Christmas?
It was amazing, you know. Went and spent it with the family in a couple different spots throughout the morning. Opened gifts. Gave some fun stuff, that educational and instructional and artistic gifts,
Mm-hmm.
and and made a sick ass gift for my one nephew Santiago. We made a shot sled for wrestling, so it's kind of like one of the football things where you run and push.
Yeah.
But this one is like you can go and do single legs or double legs on it, and then push it and practice your technique with your shot, like knee drag and all that.
I didn't know anybody had one of those when we were going to school.
I don't even think they make them still to this day. It's like only a few colleges have them.
Right.
I mean, there's one company that makes them. They're like $1,500 a pop. And there's no high schools that are going to buy that for their wrestlers.
No. Wrestling is an underappreciated sport in high school.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
In general, I mean, they were trying to take it out of the Olympics. It was so underappreciated, but the ground swelling was too big for them to remove it. And I think that's all part of this ESG bullshit. When they tried to remove it, it was like a precursor of like, we got to get masculinity down and out of this society here, How else are we going to rule them easily?
Right.
If we have strong men with strong minds, we might still have some fucking confrontations with some people that could kick our ass.
I do know a little bit about that. No, I don't know shit about it. I know one part.
Yeah.
So there's this island in Greece that has a monastery on it, and no woman's ever set foot on this fucking island. When they tried to do that a few years ago, this monastery was like, that's been there since the beginning. That was part of ancient Greek culture. Like,
okay, yeah. So why take it out?
Why take it out? Of course, it's an island full of men. But, whatever.
Can't we have nice things? This is why we can't have nice things.
I know something else about the island. When the Nazis took over, they were going to steal a bunch of shit, and then Hitler said no. That's a monastery. I'm going to protect it.
The only time he said no to stealing.
Not the only time, but one of them, yeah. One of the few.
Oh.
Here's something else I found out.
About Hitler?
Well, no. This is about Germany during the Nazi years. So apparently, they had video fucking phones in 1936, but they were at post offices, and you had to make a schedule. You had to make a reservation to use it, and it was a closed circuit.
Okay, but it had a long transmission line, obviously.
Yeah, they could do it between cities.
Mm-hmm.
And so you'd go in there, you'd pay your money, and it was equal, I don't know why they gave this stat, it was equal to 1/15 of your average weekly pay in Germany at the time. Weird way to put it, but that's what they said. And I looked it up, and sure as shit, yeah, they had video phones in 1936. I'm like, what?
Weird.
I thought that was like invented like in the 70s or some shit. Like, that blew my mind.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go deep dive on that. That's really weird. That's like Dick Tracy fucking shit back
that's
then.
way advanced.
It's like stuff you just imagine in a cartoon strip.
The Jetsons did it after that.
Wow.
What else we got going on? We got a bunch of world news.
Yeah, there's one thing I wanted to get into before we get into our world bitching rants and shit tossing. There's an opportunity. I don't know how many people out there are into podcasting or watching.
Here's your chance.
Or wanting to be in one. But there's a chance that, I haven't even talked to you about this yet, but
all news to me.
Maybe setting up a studio somewhere in the town of Saugerties. And if people want to rent time there, we'll have the whole studio set up. And they can just come in and rent time, and it won't be as personalized as this. There'll maybe be a green screen or something, and you can just toss up whatever you want.
You got to leave your credit card.
And, of course, bring your credit card because I don't know what we'll charge per hour, but it will be a podcasting
What if you break it, you bought it?
building or a studio, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And if you're interested in starting your own podcast, that service might be available this year. And if you're interested in it, if anybody out there thinks that's a cool idea, reach out to me and let me know that what you're thinking, or if you know people that already do podcasts or want to do one, and they don't have the facility, reach out, or message me. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram.
Sure.
And
I don't go on Facebook, but I'm on there.
I don't use it much, but I'm on there. Yeah. But yeah, if anybody's interested, spread the word, because it's a possibility that it could happen, and it's just something to do. And if you're looking to maybe build some second income.
As far as I know, there's only 2 other people that do any kind of like video internet shit in Saugerties.
Really?
Well, there's the guy that's got the castle, right?
I don't know him.
He's actually pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on there for. At first, I was the only one, and people were like, "I googled fucking Saugerties, and you came up with a video," because I was the only one for years. And then there was a guy out in West Saugerties who built a castle out of containers.
Okay, cool.
And now I'm hearing little Jackie Filchak. Is that sort of name? Probably not.
Yeah, no, Jackie. Oh, she got a new name? Yeah,
I'm
probably.
sure he's got. Anyway, I heard Jackie's on there. Hey, Jackie, if you're watching, hope you're doing well.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw that she had interviewed Jeffrey last week or a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so she's doing it. That's good.
I felt like I was hanging out with Jeff and Dan all week. I was in rough shape. Ba-dum-bum. Yeah.
So anyways, anybody that wants to possibly start a podcast or maybe even do some studio work, we might even be able to shoot music videos, blah, 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 blah. If anybody's got interested in facilities in Saugerties, connect, and we'll talk.
Also, if you want to draw balls and you can't find a model, I'm here for you. Okay.
He will model his balls.
My balls will be modeled.
Like plums.
like big old peaches.
Let the boy watch.
Shit.
I think that's one of those outtakes he was talking about. They're like plums.
Plums.
Sweated plums.
So what do we got?
Oh,
We got the New York Times saying that Ukraine's picking people up off the street and putting them into service.
Oh, finally, they caught up with us.
Finally.
We reported that like 6 months ago, over half a year ago or more.
We weren't there. We just heard it.
We saw it. We saw reports. Yeah, they're grabbing young men, pulling them in the vans, dropping them off at the front line with a uniform.
Yeah, and women now.
Now it's women. They're conscripting women, or they're trying to do it. I don't know what the facts are, but they want the women to go die because there's just not enough men to die anymore.
Right. Now, here's some interesting shit. I remember seeing this at the beginning of the war. They were talking about how Russia has 3 times the population of Ukraine, which I believe it probably does, if not more. But Ukraine can get more money, right? They can get more equipment. Equipment can't fire shit on its own, though. And somebody was comparing that to the Nazis, who had more people than Ukraine. And they still lost against the Russians.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Russians they're pretty powerful people.
They're pretty powerful. Here's something I found out too. I kind of knew a little bit about this, but I didn't know anyway. So there was this guy named Sykes, right? And during World War I, he was kind of like, hey, we got to break up fucking Ottoman Empire, right? After this. And he planned on breaking it up with the French and the Russians, right? Now, they were kind of they didn't really want to give it to the Russians, even though they were allies, right?
Okay.
And they were going to break off Eastern Turkey and give it to the Russians. But the Russians went through a revolution. They lost the Tsar, so they kicked him out of the deal. They didn't want the Tsar to get the land either, and they didn't necessarily want the Soviets either. So they just didn't want Russia involved at all, but they felt like they had to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they were on the Allied side. And I'm just like, fucking make up your mind. What the fuck were they thinking back then? They were that afraid of Russia back then? They must have been. I didn't think Russia was that big of a force in the 1900s, early 1900s.
Well, they must have some real savage warriors. You know, those bears that got out in those woods.
I love that clip. That is my favorite clip on the internet.
They got soldiers fighting bears. Okay? Let's just put that into perspective. Bears.
I think we could take them, but...
The bear?
Well, that too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
when you get your new laptop so we can get back to Barney's memes.
I don't know. When do you come to the store with me? We'll go after this.
Where we got to go, like Albany or something, or
No, I
Kingston?
Yeah.
Where do they sell? Oh, I guess we could just.
Staples.
Yeah, they're going to be expensive at Staples.
Walmart.
Yeah, we could probably find something there.
I'm not spending a whole lot.
Yeah, just enough.
Just enough. A couple $100.
Just a meme out.
$400 me about.
If anybody's got an old laptop they want to give to the show, just send it on in.
I got all kinds of old communications. All right, so I dropped my phone and water in the toilet.
You had told me this. You got a bunch of Asians to fix it.
No, I didn't get any fucking Asians. So I dropped it into like an inch of water, but it was down this way. And I didn't fucking shut it off or nothing. I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
Uh-huh.
So I just cleaned it off as best as I could. And then I realized there's a little hole here. I blew in that. It all got my face. Fucking.
The piss got in my face.
But, so then I brought it into the fucking Verizon people.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, yeah, it's shot. You can't, you gotta pay off this one and then buy a new one. And I was like, fuck you. So.
Fuck you.
They tried charging it. They tried charging it on a wireless charger too. Wouldn't take. So I got out and I'm like, I got a charger in my car. So I tried that and it fucking worked.
But now the only place you can charge your phone is in your car.
In my car. Right.
Wow.
Fucking, I've tried. I bought new chargers. Didn't work. But that car charger, for whatever reason, it's probably holy. Fucking.
It's a holy charger.
Holy charger. It's
holy charger.
You know, it. Actually, I kind of had a Hanukkah miracle with it because the battery was dying.
Okay.
But it lasted 8 fucking days.
And with the battery dying symbol on the whole time.
Yeah.
Wow. It was like it was living off God energy.
Living God energy, yeah.
Did you see the new South Park about the basically influencer culture?
No, but I'm gonna watch it because it just got Paramount Plus.
It's fucking hilarious.
Is it?
Yeah. Randy gets naked.
I love Randy.
There's no blurring.
I fucking love Randy. He's the best.
He starts an OnlyFans.
I love Randy's me. I think, right?
You got an OnlyFans?
No, but I would do that.
Hey, if anybody wants to sign up for Barnes' OnlyFans, put it down in the chat.
Put it down. There's absolutely nobody watching, but that's all right. Just like my OnlyFans.
We just pretend like there's millions of people watching. So when there are, we'll be good at it already.
Yeah, I do that when I play guitar.
He's like, I'm rocking out in front of fucking the Sphere. I'm at the Sphere in Las Vegas playing for everybody. You too? They're gonna, they opened.
I go out to Winston Farm and I pretend there's 500,000 people out there.
I got a little wooden soapbox I stand on. So, all right. So South Park, that came out recently. So besides the political stuff, there's some entertainment news besides that.
Entertainment news.
Disney sucks. They're still sucking.
I read a book since we were here last. 700 pages.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're just cruising through books. I don't cruise through books.
I am cruising through books.
Nice.
How was it? I couldn't put it down.
That's good.
It was just extraordinary facts.
Damn, you've just finished that whole extraordinary facts book?
You saw that already?
We talked about it a little bit last week.
Yeah, it's done. I'm on to the next 700-page one.
What was the most extraordinary fact you read in that book?
Well, it repeats a lot of shit,
Well, it's because they made it for fucking $5 just for a Christmas present.
Probably. That there was a woman named Charles who voted in like 1880 because everybody thought she was a dude. And they didn't find out she was a chick till she died.
Women's rights.
Women's rights, right. Way ahead of time. Way ahead of time.
So, speaking of, there's this professor at Harvard who's going to teach a class on Taylor Swift.
Why?
Because he's a dude that thinks he's a girl. And he just loves Taylor.
Is this real?
I couldn't fucking believe it, dude. I saw the video. This guy, what reminded me was the civil rights thing. He's like, the reason I support Taylor so much is because she put her her voice behind somebody who is running against Blackburn, who doesn't even think I deserve to live or have civil rights.
What? These people are fucking nuts.
yeah. Like Marsha Blackburn didn't think he thinks that because someone's on the other side of the party, they don't believe they should have civil rights.
That's retarded.
That's what they think.
That's what they think, though.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen people quote it.
Yeah,
talk
like
about it.
They don't want me to have civil rights. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Shut the fuck up, Van Jones from CNN.
Van Jones from CNN. Shut the
It's
fuck
this
up.
stupid delusional shit, right? It's not that nobody wants you to have rights. We just don't want to be forced to call you a girl when you're not. That's where it ends, really.
Yeah, it's we don't have to make believe with you.
Right. There's plenty of black Americans who are Republican and proud Americans and love the country and yada, yada, yada.
And they want you to have your civil rights.
Absolutely. I want them to have their civil rights.
No, I'm saying those people who are black conservatives aren't like, tell that friggin' whitey man girl that they can't live.
Yeah. It's just stupid. That's like that chick out in Boston who fucking tried to have a Christmas party for blacks only.
Oh, God.
Or no whites.
No whites, yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
It's insane.
It's gone off the rocker. This is like in Maine, we were talking before, where they just took Trump off the ballot in Maine.
Because Attorney General, you said? Or
it was Secretary of State, who was appointed, not even fucking elected.
Just decided.
Unilaterally by herself decided to take him off. And if you read what her statement is, it's all, I think, I assess that he was trying to... you don't get to just decide who's guilty and who's not. Like, you don't fucking get that.
So he's going to be back on the ballot there.
Supreme Court's going to step in now for sure. I mean, they were going to anyway.
Well, it's just how dumb these people are. It's like, yeah, you're making the whole country dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You're bringing the whole country down to your level because all that's going to happen is you're going to piss off some Republican that's going to be like, well, you know, about Biden, he ain't on the ballot no more.
You can't vote for Biden in this room.
You can't vote for Biden now. If I can't vote for Trump, you can't vote for Biden.
It's fucking dumb. Yeah, that's just the way the country's going now, right? And I don't know what the fuck is going to save it. Though I've been thinking about, they've been making you hear a lot of like Trump is a dictator and all this shit.
Oh, God, all the time.
All the time, which is delusional, right? But then I started thinking about Rome.
the TV show?
No.
HBO.
The Republic of Rome. The Republic of Rome was about to fall from its own fucking hubris. And then Julius Caesar came in and saved the whole fucking thing. And it went on for another few hundred years.
So you think Trump's going to be Julius Caesar?
I'm kind of hoping.
Yeah, I mean, it's a...
I don't expect him to. That'd be really far-fetched to happen, but...
Right. It'd be way far-fetched. But he does have a time travel machine, so...
That's what they say, right?
He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Oh, the time travel machine. I love that one. What was I going to say? Something about the elections or... I lost it. But, yeah, I see that as a possible... have at it. It's like, they're like, he's going to prosecute all of us. It's like, well, you kind of deserve it.
Yeah.
You lied. You used fucking the CIA and the FBI against Americans.
Yes.
For the past 6 years.
Yeah.
You know?
The dude went to jail for a meme.
Who's
for
that?
a meme.
Yeah, you're right. The guy with the Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Go vote for Hillary electronically guy.
Right. But you could find one saying they're vote for Trump by smoke signal, and that's okay. Right? That didn't get anybody in trouble.
And also, I saw recently that this was on the quartering. He said telecommunication companies are going to start sending fines to people who text hate speech.
What?
I don't know what country this is in, but I just saw a report from him being like, yeah, the companies themselves are searching your text messages for hate speech, and they'll send you fines directly.
What are they gonna?
I don't know how this works. I didn't watch the whole fucking
Are they
article.
gonna call the cops on you?
It's weird.
Well, I'm going to drop your service then. Go
I
fuck
think
yourself.
the point is, yeah, they're trying to get you to drop their service, and then you won't have any fucking place to contact people or
I'll
call
s-
people.
Back to smoke signals.
Hmm?
It's all this convenience. That's how fascism comes in.
I think this was what I was going to say about Trump. There was it was in the alleyway down in Saugerties, and there was like this black van, and it had like some you know how they have like the stickers, but they're not stickers. They're just like
Magnets?
not even a magnet. It's for a window, so it's kind of like a friction or a static sticker, static
yeah.
electricity. And it was one of Trump, and it looks like he's sitting in the back seat.
That's
like,
awesome.
This woman's walking her dog, and she looked over, and she like almost fell over when she seen it. Like she got punched in the fucking face. And
What, you think Trump was really there? Yeah, Trump came to Sardi's. Sure.
I was like, I started laughing. I was like, what the fuck is Jesus Christ? This woman like got TDS so bad,
so bad.
so
That's
bad. She
bad.
almost killed her little dog because
That's how bad she's got it. Fucking ridiculous.
the TDS, man, it's powerful.
Dude, it's really powerful.
Yeah,
I know people it affects all the time. And I hear them say contradictory shit, and I just don't feel like fighting with them. So
I know. I'm kind of over fighting. With
so I
people,
just
too.
let them think whatever. And then this is friends of mine, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, whatever. Yeah, go on and think that.
I mean, and the jab stuff too. I see like everybody's getting sick as the dogs. I know you were just sick, and I was sick
I'm sick
not
right
too
now.
long ago. But everybody that I know personally that's getting their jabs and getting their fucking boosters, they all got sick too. You didn't get fucking protected one iota.
No.
Didn't protect your ass, not one bit.
Here's something that came out, too. So, smallpox. Big killer, right? We eliminated it in the late 70s, early 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Through a vaccine, which I think was invented in the 1900s or something.
When a real vaccine,
Real
before they changed the definition 2 years ago to fit the pandemic.
Well, that's exactly what just happened, because they just fucking said that the Continental Army was vaccinated against fucking smallpox. And I'm like, what? They didn't even have that fucking concept back then, as far as I knew. So George Washington was running around.
Vaccinating people.
Come on.
Oh, God.
Fucking historical rewrites, you know. But
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
But then again, there's a lot of shit in history that I remember learning, and other people, we never learned that. Maybe I was just paying attention in that one class, like, because that's the only time like I ever.
I mean, a family member who I won't mention, they was just telling me how it's so odd. They never used to get the flu, and now they've had it twice since Corona came around. And I'm like, you never had the flu in a kid. I specifically remember you having flu when you're growing up.
I've known your whole life.
You fucking had the flu, and now all of a sudden you act like you're a saint. I've been clean my whole life, and now because of you dirty non-vaxxers, I have to get the flu.
Well, you're vaccinated, so you shouldn't get the fucking flu.
Yeah, so you should shut the fuck up, like Van Jones.
Van Jones is CNN.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you shouldn't. If you got vaccinated, you should be.
You should be okay. You should
be
be good.
vaccinated.
Yeah, and you're getting COVID, or that you're calling the flu now. So you're what's going on?
Wait, what is going on? I don't fucking know.
Do you have COVID or the flu? Is there a difference? Now you must admit there was no difference.
Here's something I fucking found out recently. I can't get to the bottom of it. So apparently a large percentage of sub-Saharan Africa has HIV. And when you look at when you go to look up the percentage-wise,
Mm-hmm.
I found quotes from like 40% to 70%. I couldn't find an exact number, consistent number. But one consistent number I did find is in adults, right? And that was around 2% of adults in sub-Saharan, and 1.9 was quoted. But they were all close, all the quotes of adults. And I'm thinking, how are they so wrong on like the general population, but adults they're right? And then I thought, oh, those kids are fucking dying. That's what's going on.
Oh,
They're not
right.
making it to adulthood.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's
Damn.
fucking crazy when you start thinking about it. If any of those quotes, even the 40%, which was the low one, which I find hard to believe, right? But it was the lowest one I could find. They might not even have this data to be to be honest. But I'm like, wow, that whole continent's gonna fucking die off. Like that's fucking
Almost like they planned it.
almost.
Such a conspiracy.
It is.
Fuck.
Well, why?
and Bill Gates is sitting there going, yes.
Why would it be affecting them so bad, but not other places that have similar economic prospects as they do, or in the same situation? It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, maybe it's not as poor as South America. Maybe it's poorer than South
Well, they
America.
do have a lot less, fucking education and hospitals and all kinds of fucking things.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's the one thing I caught about Ricky Gervais.
What?
Gotta pull down a statue. Well, what about the hospital he built? No, leave that.
No, leave that.
But it's got his name on it. Leave that. We're gonna take the statue down, throw it in a canal. But he built the canal.
No, leave the canal too. Oh God! You didn't see the cultural appropriation part?
I don't know. Maybe I did.
One of the funniest parts in the whole thing. It's like, oh, they're talking about somebody wore braids and she can't wear braids because it's cultural appropriation and blah blah blah. And what about the N-word? We invented that.
Yeah, that's true. The white.
I was like, ooh, he went there.
That's true. The braids and all that stupid shit is just dumb. Human beings have been manipulating their hair since the beginning of time, right? You hear these things that, black people straighten their hair. They're trying to be like white people. No, they've been straightening their hair longer before they knew white people existed. I mean, as when it comes to anything on your body, they've done it before. It's all been done.
Well, it's also, like Gervais said in his special, he said, back when I growing up, that was a good thing to share cultures with each other.
Share cultures.
We were trying to integrate and assimilate and become more one and together.
Right.
Now you're fucking racist.
Now you're racist because you appreciate a different culture that the person that's mad at you about it has nothing to do with, right?
Yeah.
They might have some like ethnic connection with it, but that's it.
Oh man. Identifying as. We're gonna have to start identifying as black to get some of that reparation
I
money.
know. I just heard of somebody getting a big scholarship.
Yeah?
Yeah. Big school around here. Fucking they got a full scholarship. I'm like, damn.
Were they black?
Yeah.
Identified as?
You can't mistake it. I don't think they can get away with like
What about that guy in Canada? Did we follow up on that story about the guy that's swimming with children because he identifies as he's like 12?
No.
Did we talk about that last week?
No, not at all.
Did you hear about it?
Not at all.
In Canada, there's some...
That's the Continental American National Air Defense Area. Canada.
So there's some guy that's like 40 or I don't know how many X years old, but he's a old dude, identifies as 12, and he's swimming in competitions for young girls because he identifies as a young woman. And they're letting him.
Where's this happening?
I don't know, Quebec, probably.
That's what I was getting at. It's either Ontario, Quebec, or fucking British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
As sure as ain't hell it happened in Alberta.
No. So, yeah, there's that going on.
That shit isn't happening up north either.
And I think, I thought we had mentioned it last week on the show, but I was just like, there must be not any like fathers left up in that area either, because it's like, if you're a regular dad, you wouldn't stand for that shit. Even if you're a good mom, you're gonna be like, okay, come on, honey, you're not gonna compete today.
Fuck no. Hell no.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on, Canada?
World. What's going on, world? I mean, Gervais, of course, he's not the first. We've been seeing a lot of people saying this shit for a long time. A lot of comedians. But it's like, we have to, I hopefully am praying we're getting to the tipping point where it's finally going to start collapsing in.
Nope.
Oh, God.
I already, you know why I know it's not? Because the fucking goddamn containment policy that we've had in place since 1945 is now broken. And the Russians are in the Indian Ocean. And we're losing India by the fucking day.
So what does that have to do with our cultural fucking sadness?
Because they're going to keep clamping down as long as there's more conflict that's bigger, right? And the Russians are pretty conservative, comparatively.
Mm-hmm.
So they're bad because they're pretty conservative socially. And that's going to be used against us. Because they just made a deal with Myanmar. And I'm like, fuck, but that I don't think China's going to invade now if they make a deal with the Russians.
Yeah, because you were talking about this a couple weeks ago. You thought like
I've been talking about this all year.
all year. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying weeks, but yeah, I've been hearing your Myanmar fucking theory for fucking ever now, and it was mainly about the
Chinese.
The Taiwan is not worth it. If they're smart, they'll go over to the fucking
They'll invade Myanmar, who's in chaos, has more resources, and is easier for them to invade.
But now you're saying Russia is like, let's take Myanmar or become allies with them.
Yeah. Well, they held some joint exercises earlier this year, but now I'm hearing reports of talks for a permanent base there and in India.
Okay.
Which, I mean, if that happens, India didn't get involved in this Ukraine shit.
Yeah, they ain't got no dog in that fight.
They said that's a European problem. We don't really want nothing to do with it. Now, traditionally, they were Western aligned, right, throughout history. And now it seems like they kept trading with fucking Russia, and now they're doing military operations. I don't know.
Well, they also probably don't give two fucks about wokeness.
India now.
So when they're like, "Oh, America want get us chop our dicks off,"
I mean, you can't get any woker than India.
Woker than India?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean why?
What do you mean woke?
India's pretty fucking woke.
So they do chop their dicks off.
Yeah, you become a god or some shit. Yeah, people worship you, and your
eunuchs.
relatives become rats that they worship. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
India's pretty.
So I just I was going to say
general.
that they weren't progressive because maybe that's why they're going with Russia.
No, traditionally they've been pretty progressive. I mean, they're the land of enlightenment.
Yeah, they kind of believe like their ancestors were space aliens, right?
Some of them.
Yeah.
You know, in the Varna, or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The spaceships. Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the Hindus at least. That was the dominant religion there. I don't know if it still is. I think it is.
But for them, that was just a matter of fact. They're like, yeah, our ancestors were from space.
So I started to look at the map. So I know that Russia and Iran are trading because they got no one else to trade with. That's just
Shut the fuck up.
Well, they're both sanctioned as shit, right? So they're going to
like,
trade it for each other.
You make stuff, we make stuff. We make stuff too. You want to trade? Oh, okay.
Right. And then there's Pakistan next to them in the east, and Pakistan's a nuclear power. And we're semi-allied with Pakistan, kind of. They're like the Muslim nuclear power. And then there's India, which we've been traditionally allied with. And then there's like Burma, maybe something else. And then Myanmar. So it's like every other country the Russians are in now. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he's not a stupid man.
Who, Putin?
Yeah.
Well, no, but he's
a bad man?
He's the richest guy in his country. That's a sign. Like when your
When
leader's
the president's the richest guy.
Yeah, that's a sign something's wrong.
Yeah. I believe you. I believe you.
I'm not sure if he's the richest guy, but I know he got a hell of a lot richer in office.
But to me though, him not wanting world banks in his country.
Well, that's great.
That's the point where I'm like, oh, that guy's kind of cool.
Right. Just like Hitler. They are similar that way.
You don't want to put it in those terms.
Well, I'm just saying that's what happened.
Well, there is kind of like a, if we're looking at history, there is some type of patterns and themes that we keep seeing over and over again, which is the leaders that stand up against the old money are the ones that are called antichrists and killed.
Yep. Absolutely. It goes on and on and on.
Napoleon.
Wow.
Napoleon, I just watched that movie, and like, because you said it was sucky, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of is. But then watching it, I was like, yeah, it was basically the old families just being like, we want to get rid of this guy because he's not part of us.
Right, he's not. He was looking to get rid of the aristocrats and the fucking monarchs.
And change things a little bit for the, whatever it wasn't their system.
Right. But the thing about Napoleon is like, I need to get rid of the monarchs, so I'm going to become emperor. What? That's that work.
Yeah, that was a fucking...
Now here's something.
Faux pas.
Napoleon's brother lived in Jersey,
Oh yeah.
and there's conspiracy whether Napoleon fled with him.
Huh. So
He had a big estate in Jersey. He did a lot of tunneling.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, he was used to ruling countries. He had a lot of money, you know. He was put in charge, I think, Spain or something. But he moved to Jersey in 1815, I think. And some people speculate whether Napoleon came with him.
Hmm.
Now, we do know that Napoleon's junk ended up in America.
Trunk?
His cock and balls.
How does cock and balls end up in America?
Because somebody went through customs and it said, "You got anything to claim?" Just French jewels. But yeah, allegedly Napoleon's junk has been in America for a long time.
Just French jewels.
Let me look it up.
Oh,
What do I look up?
God.
Napoleon penis?
Napoleon's penis customs.
I don't know. I know the French don't want nothing to do with it.
Penis customs.
Napoleon's penis. Napoleon's penis was allegedly amputated during the autopsy short after Napoleon's death in 1821.
They fucking took his cock after his death,
Yeah.
and then it was like put on the black market.
I guess, yes. Strange journey of Napoleon's penis. Eventually, the item is believed to be Napoleon's penis was brought to an auction in 1977 by John Latmere, a leading American urologist.
Jesus Christ! They cut off his hog.
Yeah, they cut the hog off. And I think they did that to Rasputin, too, didn't they?
Maybe.
Dirty old fucking monk with a 15-inch cock.
I was just watching Sweaty. What am I saying? Sweaty. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I've never seen it.
And that's where I saw the hog thing, and I was just like, oh, because somebody was like, it's a. I think it was Mac. He was talking about one of the characters, and he's like, yeah, if you look down there, you'll see a sweaty hog, and it cracked up. It was like on the gag reel, and it was fucking hilarious.
Here's something else.
You've never seen Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
It's Always Sunny.
I haven't watched television.
I mean, you know what it is?
I know it's a comedy show.
With Danny DeVito and
Oh, I didn't know he was in it. No.
Yeah, but it's pretty funny. I mean, they're still going after I think for like 16 or 17 seasons.
I think Danny DeVito's overrated. Well, we got to talk
Not
about
in this show.
We got to talk about our boy Nick Cage.
Nikki,
I just saw.
come on, do a little finger bang the mic a little bit. Just get her.
Hello?
Yeah, get
Hello?
her in there. Yeah.
I just saw a movie with Nick Cage, starring Nick Cage.
The new one.
I don't know.
It's called Where Everybody Dreams of Him or something.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I didn't see it. I heard it. I saw it on a couple top 5 movies of the year.
It was pretty good because the guy doesn't do anything. People just start dreaming about him.
Yeah.
He can't control it, and it fucks up his whole life.
Oh,
He started having nightmares about him, and he loses his job, his wife, all this shit.
Come on now, finger bang it.
He loses.
Push it in like push that shit in.
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
And so,
God damn it! You ain't got the Midas touch, do you?
no, I
Give me the fucking thing. No, the mic, just the mic.
Is that better? Oh, that's better.
You can do that for a little bit.
I can do this. So everybody starts.
Let me see. Try that.
So everybody starts having dreams about him, and they can't explain it. And at first, like, they're kind of neither here nor there. Some are good, some are bad, and then eventually they all turn into nightmares, and nobody wants to be around him. He loses his job, his kids, his wife.
So these are just the people that live around him having these dreams.
Oh, it's a worldwide phenomenon.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of, that wouldn't be good.
So he ends up losing his wife over it, right? And it leads people to invent this machine where you can go and enter people's dreams. Now they're doing advertisements in your dreams.
Oh man.
And so he buys one of these, and he's trying to get into his wife's dreams because that's the only time he can spend with her.
And he wants to apologize. No, he just wants to spend time with her.
He didn't do anything.
Right. Yeah. He
People just started imagining things about him.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a good Nick Cage movie. I liked it.
Nick Cage coming in strong at the end of his career.
Yeah, I was surprised at this movie. I can't remember what it's called. The whole thing is the guy's trying to write a book about plants, which is like his field of
Expertise.
He's like a botanist, and he's a tenured professor at a prestigious college, but he loses his job because people are having dreams about him.
It sounds good.
It is good.
I mean, I've seen more Nick Cage movies over the past like 5 years that are great, more than any other actor that I know.
You know, I kind of felt like it was an analog of like maybe Trump, because Trump's gotten a lot of accusations against him that were false, or somebody like that.
Right.
I'm sure there's other characters in history that have had false accusations that led to the ruining of their life. And yeah, this poor guy doesn't do anything. He doesn't.
So you're saying it's just a great analogy for like the weaponization of media.
Yeah, I mean, you could compare it to the witch trials, even. You know, these women who were burned or hanged for shit they didn't do, right? But
just because some people were fucked and wanted to accuse them because they didn't like them.
Somebody's imagination imagined him as a witch, and next thing you know, you lost everything.
Or it's like where we have this phenomenon now, the Me Too movement, where it's like, I don't like that dude, I'm going to Me Too his ass.
And we had a lot less of that problem when we were hanging and burning bitches, I'm just saying.
Just for the record.
Just for the record. There was a lot less problems with them. They weren't acted out as much.
You really want to kick the beehive?
Yeah, I'm kicking it.
There's no such thing as women's rights.
Oh, Jesus, here we go. Well, there really isn't, because it's just human rights. Right? I think.
No, I saw this argument postulated that without men protecting the rights of other people, if it was just might makes right, well, then only men would have rights. Unless, I don't know, the majority of women wouldn't be able to be like, beat up a man to have their rights.
That's a fucking weird way to think of it, but yeah, I guess. That's some fucking warlord shit right there.
Well, that's how it is in the jungle.
Yeah. That is how
So it's like
space
the abstract of this argument was that, women hating men is really stupid, because without men there are pretty much no, like, this whole like equal equality thing really doesn't exist without the men's education.
I mean, I go on about Westphalian philosophy a lot, maybe because it's the last serious fucking subject I tried studying.
I mean, it is warlord shit, but you're right.
But Westphalian philosophy says that the power is with the people, and that if they have the power and you can't take it away from them, then they're sovereign. Which is might makes right, basically.
Right.
And I get in this argument a lot with fucking people like who want to like erase the Confederacy or whatever. I'm like, you're giving them more credit than they ever had, because they were never a country. In fact, they were part of your country, which makes them American. They all died American. I know that. Every last one of them died American, right? That's like when they were talking about removing that statue of unification, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think they're still going through with.
So stupid.
It is fucking dumb. I mean, I'm not from the South. I could give two shits about fucking Confederacy heritage and all that. But it happened in my country. It's part of my
in its history. Yeah,
it's part of my country's history, right? And like I always say, you throw me in a Turkish prison, I see a guy with a fucking rebel flag tattoo, I'm gonna go hang out with that guy.
Well, the point is, though, is like, if you don't know your history, you're going to repeat it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's kind of almost as if it's you're just shooting yourself in the foot, fucking, because that is all important heritage,
right?
And teachings.
That was Harry Truman's big thing. Not that I'm a big Harry Truman fan at all, but Truman said something to the effect like, if you know history, you know tomorrow.
Exactly.
There's nothing left to learn.
And
about history.
I think that's why people like yourself and I are scared about tomorrow, because we see it repeating.
Oh, yeah,
We're
absolutely.
just seeing it. It's like, oh yeah, we know what's coming next. War.
Oh, absolutely.
Lots of war.
Lots of war.
And everybody don't care. They're just loving it.
There's been more technological innovations without a major war between this and World War II than there's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when there's like a new advance in technology, somebody decides, we could use this to our advantage and kill those people over there.
Exactly. We could use this to get more power.
More power, right?
I mean, look, they don't care. They're not caring right now. Let's just get them.
Just get 'em.
Back to our might makes right fucking theme from before. That's basically, I guess, why women of the world hate the patriarchy. It's because without them, we wouldn't have these endless wars.
Women? Without women? Or without patriarchy?
Without the patriarchy.
That's fucking load of shit.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's just crazy men.
I mean, Israel's Judaism is a matriarchal.
It is?
Yeah. If your mom's Jewish, you're Jewish.
Then how come Benjamin Netanyahu's not a woman?
Because he got elected in. That doesn't have anything to do with it.
Maybe he should just change his name and chop off his dick.
Maybe. How come he's not brown? That's what I really wonder. Why is he not brown?
Why doesn't he have a beard?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're gay and you want to be a Palestine suicide bomber, your time is now. They're accepting you.
With open arms.
With open arms, yes.
Oh, did you see that guy that was protesting with the Palestinians and got booted out because he was talking about gay rights? And they're like, no.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, no, go. No,
Yeah.
we don't believe that.
Yes.
No, get the fuck out.
He's like, you're big. We don't care. Go.
He's sitting there, trying to be all pro LGBTQ with the Palestinian girls, and the girl.
Right.
And
And they're
this guy over here doesn't think it's right for people to be able to choose their sex, and like, he's right.
The Palestinian chicks are in those ninja outfits too.
Yeah, they had like the cool. It was like the white with the black little ornamental stuff, like tiny ninja stars.
Yeah, little ninjas.
And they're like, "No, get out of here, you fucking asshole!"
Did you see that asshole who went fucking viral this week, saying that blacks discovered Japan and
Oh my god!
and invented ninja culture? I was like, what the fuck is ninja culture? What are you talking about?
My god! Was this person a person of color?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
It was a POC that went POS.
Yeah, these people believe Hollywood, man. Ninjas didn't have an outfit. There wasn't like a thing. They were just peasants.
Oh god! Well, they got who is it there that's running around with his Olmec theory and saying like they're the first peoples.
Huh?
Yeah, you fucked it up again, man. You're supposed to just try and compress everything together from the bottom to the top.
Check.
With some force. Hey, maybe that's using smarts.
Check. Not really.
God damn it.
Check.
See the problem. See the problem here in the studio is they got knuckleheads coming in and out of here all the time, jamming, stepping on cords because they're drunk as fucking goats, eating fucking apples that are turned.
Rotten apple?
You ever see that? The animals eating fucking fermented
they
stuff.
love that shit.
They love it.
They love that shit.
So anyways, that's the problem that I have in here. So if you'd like to donate some cables, send them.
It's such a problem amongst honeybees.
I need to get these knuckleheads to
that
donate
honeybees,
cables.
they won't let drunk bees into the hive.
Because
they're drunk.
And
they don't want drunks in the hive, apparently. I don't know. It must be some kind of rule.
Huh.
Look that up when you get a chance sometime.
Yeah, okay.
Drunk bees aren't allowed back in the hive. They got to stay out for the night.
Oh man, what's the name of that? I was watching. You got to look up. Do you got to? Yeah, check your Google real quick. I'm gonna have you look something up.
All right.
This is gonna be hilarious. if I can remember the actual fucking, I think it's science fiction movie. Type in that science fiction movie from 19. Does it say 94 or anything? Does it come up with any?
1992. It's the one where they're all.
Did you see this already?
I've seen this already.
When did you see this?
Years ago. Yeah.
I didn't know about that one until just the other day. When did you?
I've known about this for a while.
That was on the fucking film threat the other day, and it was like, if you want to see the best indie science fiction movie of all time, just type in science fiction movie from 1992, and you type it in, and a different thing comes up, and you're like, oh my god.
Well, it's called Gay Niggers from Outer Space. Don't kill me. I'm just reading the fucking thing, people.
I'm just reading it.
Just reading
for
it.
you.
I'm not calling anybody anything.
So now you don't have to search for it.
But yeah,
Oh,
apparently
God.
this is a 1992 Danish English science fiction short.
Oh my god.
It's from the fucking Danes.
What's the synopsis? Does it have one?
I gotta find it. I mean, I gotta retype the whole thing in now.
Never mind. We don't need that. We don't need to go there. I
I'm
don't even know
curious.
why I thought about it. You had said something that made me think about it.
From outer space. Synopsis.
So,
Extraterrestrial beings travel to the galaxy to free men oppressed by females to make their way for an entirely homosexual society. Wow. That's the synopsis.
and it's only like a half hour long, something like that.
I didn't even know they had a lot of black people in Denmark.
I mean, that's straight right out of the rave years. So those dudes were probably fucking X'd out.
Oh, they're high as hell, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But that's probably where Techno Viking came around.
Techno Viking. I remember so many people like, oh, he's so cool. I'm like, is he?
I thought it was cool. He's got that one look. That guy hated that. He sued.
He sued?
Yeah,
Why?
because he didn't agree to have his fucking picture everywhere.
Well, that's too bad. You're out in public, motherfucker.
I think he won.
Because it's in Dane?
No.
It's in Dane.
Because people were putting it together for music and making money off of it.
Oh, well, I'm sure anybody making money off of it, yeah, but
Yeah.
he can't just sue anybody that's like,
No.
if we were to put him on our fucking
No.
show, he ain't
No,
going to get nothing.
We can't get nothing from nothing.
Can't get blood from a stone,
That's
folks.
it. That's it. And I had a fever this week, and my roommate is 70-something. She told me some fucking dumbass saying, feed a cold, starve a fever. I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. If you have a fever, that means you're running too high. So if you put more shit into you, that means it's harder for that stuff to heat up. Right? I mean, it's hard to get more mass hotter than it is less.
Well, there's also a thing where, to me, it seems like it would also help or bring the heat up more because your body has to do more work now.
Oh, that's true. Either way, I think you should eat. Even if you're sick, you should eat nutritionally. This is medical advice for me.
Yogurt.
Yogurt. Antibiotics.
What else we got going on? I think I've gotten to a lot of stuff I've been thinking about.
What else we got going on? Just give me a momento.
A momento. Tomorrow's. What are you doing for the big thing tomorrow? Where are you going? What are you doing?
The first, I'm going to meet my aunt in Ravenna.
Mm-hmm.
My mom might be there, and we're gonna have New Year's Day dinner tomorrow. I don't know. Beats the hell out of me.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing either.
I didn't really think about it until just now.
I have no clue what's going on or what I'm doing.
It's another year.
It's going to be a great year. As long as the fucking bombs don't drop or the asteroid don't get us, it's going to be a great year.
Fucking year.
I mean, this has happened before, too. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be great. and
That's
then-
what I caught that, Ricky Gervais. There's an asteroid coming. Fucking 7 billion of us are sitting around praying. There's 100 scientists sending up Mel Gibson up there or something. Or is it
Sending up Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in rough shape, huh?
Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he is. He had to retire from acting, I guess.
Yeah.
He's been hanging out with his daughters, I guess. I see a lot of clips of that. I don't watch them, but I'd be seeing Bruce is so nice to he loves his daughters. And I'm like, yeah, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck? Good for you.
That means he's a good dad. Okay, yay. We got to celebrate being a good dad now.
That's worth it, at least.
I mean, I guess we do with all the pieces we
The strong woman.
get out there.
We're
Strong women.
We're celebrating all these strong women. Maybe throw a dad in there.
Get the fuck out of here. Women.
Women.
Strong women and all the strong women parts out there.
Here's something I found in that book. Men are more likely to attend college, but women are more likely to pass. Graduate.
Yeah. Because they're I imagine they're much more organized.
Yeah, they are.
Than
Well,
men.
school seems more conducive to women than it does, or girls even.
Why?
Because I got to sit in this desk for 40 minutes. I want to fight the kid across from me. Like
They're secretaries?
well, no, they just tend to be less physical, right? More mannered.
Oh. They're well mannered for sure, much more than
Than men. Right?
men. Yeah.
Maybe not when they get alone, but in public. I don't know what the hell they do when they get alone.
They're filthy animals behind closed doors, folks.
Who the hell knows what they're doing back there? I don't know what they're doing in the bathroom. Why are they always going together? I don't know.
So, interesting fact. Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting that they're more likely to graduate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like is like the way the mic stand looks like you got an eyeball, like just a black eye. That's like the worst shot ever, bro. Why don't you just lower
like
that?
a fucking ghost down there.
Yeah, this one looks good. That monitor looks like shit. This monitor is okay, but we can barely see it.
Yeah. What else we got going on?
Gonna have to take down all the lights and the Christmas trees soon.
Coming soon. All right.
Yeah.
Anything going on in sports?
Mahomes is losing it.
Why?
I guess they're just starting to suck, and weren't they the champs last year, the Redskins, or whatever the fuck
Chiefs?
they are.
Yeah, I guess
The
so.
Chiefs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kansas City.
It's that little kid, I bet. That little kid
That damn kid jinxed him.
with the racisms.
The racism.
I mean, Kansas City, I was never really a Kansas City fan. I've never even been to Missouri. I never have. I thought about driving to Iowa just the other day just because I've never been there.
That's good.
I was talking to somebody on YouTube who was from Iowa, and we were talking about the cost of living. And everything there is cheaper except gas, except he said, I haven't got nowhere to drive to because the next town's 2 hours away, and I just don't feel like going there.
What the fuck?
So all he needs is his car for is to drive back and forth and work in his fucking little city. But I was like, wow, Iowa, rents are cheap. I could be moving there. What? What's wrong with Iowa?
Nothing. I don't fucking know.
It's fucking America, man. I mean, it's these people, the same people that make
Well, did you see how many people have moved out of California and New York?
Yeah, New York setting records.
In California and New York, over 500,000 people.
Yeah, gone. Out. Florida gained a bunch. Texas gained a bunch.
What's that tell you? Let's see. Let's do some math. The fucking Democrats are nuts.
Yeah, that's what it tells you,
Mhm.
basically. I remember thinking Alabama was backwards and all this shit. And I realized it's in America. They got doctors and shit. They're fucking scientists down there and shit. That's a first world country.
Well, I think that's the conclusion I sorely had to come to. I don't know how many years ago it was, many years ago, but it was
Yeah.
they're, we're Democrats and we're smart because we're educated. And it's like, those people are just dumb podunk assholes. And it's like, Oh, but you see, they just have common sense, and you don't.
Yeah, that's all that's going on. There. They're making doctors. They're making scientists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just you're just some fucking educated idiot.
Yeah, who didn't become a doctor. or
Useful
scientist.
idiot. Yeah.
You got some dumb degree and fucking that doesn't work for anything.
I got my liberal arts degree. Nice. What are you gonna do with that?
So
Become a yoga teacher.
I sold weed with mine.
Liberally. Liberal amounts of weed.
Liberal amounts of weed.
So I don't know. It's yeah, the where everybody, and I saw this. Some idiot posted this the other day. It was like, Democrats care about other people when Republicans only care about themselves.
That's fucking dumb.
That's why I lean more towards Democrats.
All right, because you're full of shit.
And you're full of shit. Yeah.
You just live in a small bubble where you think that Republicans don't care about other people. That's so fucking dumb. And that's not a political argument either. That's, that's a feeling that you have.
It's a feeling. It's a feelings. They give me good feelings because I'm so stupid I believe them.
Exactly.
They could tell me anything, and I will eat that poo.
Yeah, well, you and Walmart have the same political outlook, so there's that.
It's so goddamn dumb. They're like, I am that dumb. No, they're real.
You and Best Buy.
Ocasio-Cortez is a real person, and she really cares. When she stands at that border fence and cries into nowhere because she wants to take photos to make me feel, it does make me feel.
When is she going to start an OnlyFans? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you just have to ask her.
I know.
Call her up.
I'd give her $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
For $1.
AOC.
Talk all you want for clothes off.
Your OnlyFans, I'd buy that for $1.
I'd go for you there. Her and Jen Psaki.
Jen. Oh, jeez.
Is she still relevant at all?
She's on one of those MSNBC maybe. She got her own show.
Stations. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't seem to be as red-headed as I remember.
No, huh?
No.
There's something else I learned in that dumb book.
What?
Hair follicles.
Yeah.
Blondes have the most hair follicles, and redheads have the least.
What? Like the count on their head?
Yeah. Blondes have thicker heads of hair, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, and redheads have
Thinner.
thinner. Which, I mean, because when a redhead does have a full head of hair, it does stick out.
Well, maybe they don't have as much because it will blind you.
What do you mean it will blind you?
Too much of that red will blind you.
With lust. Blinded by lust.
Look at that microphone thing in your face. I love it. Everybody just looking at. Why did I even watch this show? I can't see the guy's fucking face.
I don't know who's watching, but you got something better to do with your time, I'm sure. But yeah, allegedly that's the deal.
Yeah.
And brunettes and blackheads are in the middle.
Brunettes and blackheads?
Well, brunette hair or dark hair, or whatever. It's all in the middle. Which, I mean, this whole study to me kind of seemed racist because, well, I mean, redheads can come.
A misogynist.
Anybody can have red hair, right? It's like 1 in a million chance or something. The blonde hair part, though, that's like Europeans and the guys from Indonesia.
Why do they have the most hair?
I don't know that part. That part I don't know. I got a theory though.
Okay, let's hear it.
Right. Well, blonde hair reflects the sun more, right? It means reflecting heat, and dark colors suck it in. So maybe they have more hair to reflect more light, and then to keep it in, like insulation.
But it seems almost reversed, though.
I would think so in my experience. I kind of feel that way.
You would think like you'd have darker-haired people in the north and the lighter-haired people in the south.
Right, you would think that.
But it's inversed.
It is.
It's according to the laws of thermodynamics.
Yeah, it's inversed. I don't know.
It's like our eyeballs. Why do we see this way when we're actually seeing this way?
That's
The images are flipped in the back of our cortex.
getting meta on me. That's too much right now.
It's crisscrossed.
You got to get me on a lot of hallucinogenics, and I can start thinking about that shit.
Crisscrossed.
Remember them?
Yeah, they were your favorite.
They were.
He really did like
I
crisscross.
did. I
You
thought
like they put their pants on backwards. It's genius.
fucking genius. Fucking, you're 14 years old.
Then they got pants on backwards. God damn it.
Crisscross will make you want to jump.
Everybody got kind of big over the jump song like back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Everybody just wanted to jump around.
Might as well jump.
Get off your feet and jump around.
Get up, and get down. Jump around. I guess apparently him and Eminem had beef.
Everlast?
Everlast and Eminem had beef. And
Yeah, I think I heard a little bit about that.
And Everlast was like, "We do? What?" And Eminem's like,
What?
"Fuck that guy."
This motherfucker got beef with me? What?
He didn't. He was totally clueless.
Well, Eminem was part of that whole fucking idiot group of people that are like just performers more than they are fucking like artists. You're just the spectacle of you is bigger than your artistry.
Yeah, because I think he sucks, honestly. But
I never really gave two fucks about his fucking.
I never owned an Eminem song.
No,
or
no.
nothing. I did own House of Pain, though.
I mean, everybody's like, he's the new Elvis. Well,
What?
maybe he is. Maybe he was in that. He took an art form associated with one culture and brought it to the masses as a white man. That's about as far as you can associate him with Elvis.
He wasn't the first to do it, though.
No.
Eminem wasn't. I
Well,
think
for
House
rap-
of Pain was before.
Well, that's probably why they had beef.
Oh, yeah. Racial.
But anyways.
Love me tender.
Me too.
Feed me kibbles and bits.
Love me tender.
I'm convinced
Love me
G,
true.
E minor, A minor, D is every 50 song.
I think that's a one. What is it? G, A minor. That's a 1, 2, 4, 5.
I don't want to do math right now.
Well, that's the 1. The A minor's the 2.
There's 2 steps.
Well, it would be the second of the scale. And then you said what?
I think it's every 50 song.
Well, I'm trying to figure out the sequence of the
It's
progression.
G, E minor, A minor, D.
E minor, A minor. So then that's the 1, 5, 2. No, 1. Put it in the comments if you know what it is.
Still.
G would be the 1.
Mine.
E
God
is the
speed
6.
your love. I need your love.
1, 6, 2, 5.
Must be your- Yep.
Yeah, it's great chord progression.
It is.
Great chord progression. What was I going to say there? Oh, you were playing the Isaac's song the other week, and it was what? It was B, A minor, E, something like that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of songs like that.
That's like a huge fucking progression.
This is B minor.
A major, E.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whole world's on fire. And no one can sing
But you.
It's strange what desire will make
Foolish people. Oh yeah, foolish people do.
I did work on that Fight the ATF song.
Yeah, it's just a great concept. I mean, you should write down the lyrics so I can read them because it's hilarious. I only catch little bits and pieces, but you should just take it on to like you got to fight the 3-letter agencies.
Hey, I got more lyrics for it. Want to hear? Here it goes. was born on a Saugerty street where the man patrols the beat. And a loving government feet where they box all over us. And every single night when Gramps would come home tight, he'd invite the feds out with a chorus. And I'm at your ATF, come out and fight me to the death. Show the wife how you won medals down in Waco. Did you tell her that you come to take away my guns? Should have told her that you meet her back in heaven. Hey, what do you gotta say? Oh, you shot JFK. And all the distorted lies you distributed. And all the plans you made for a war with LBJ. While the president he was executed. Come out, you CIA, come out and fight me to the grave. Show the wife how you won medals down in Beirut. Did you tell her that you come to terrorize a citizen? Should have told her that you meet her back in heaven. Oh, do come and tell how you smeared the brave Donald. And all the slandered accusations reputed. And all the jeers and cheers that you gladly let us hear. While the hero of 16 was persecuted. Come out, you FBI, come out and fight me till you die. Show the wife how you won medals down in Mar-a-Lago. Did you tell her that you come to take away my freedom? Should have told her that you meet her back in heaven. Well, the time is coming fast and the day is here at last, when every traitor be driven out before us. And if there be a need, our kids can sing this heed with a verse or two of this fine chorus. Come out, you IRS, come out and fight to your last breath. Show the wife how you won medals down in Occupy. Did you tell her that you come to take away my living? Should have told her that you meet her back in heaven. Come out, you DOT, come out and fight me in the street. Come out, you DEC, come out and fight me in the city. Come out, you DOJ, come out and fight me all the way. Come out, you Bureau of Land Management.
Bravo! Bravo!
I can't really do the Bureau of Land Management one.
Because you're racist.
Well, then they think I'm going to fight the Black Lives.
BLM. That's Bureau of Land Management, not the Black Lives Matter. The ILM, Indian Lives Matter. Italian Lives Matter. Irish Lives Matter.
No, they fucking don't. They're out of the country.
That was kind of funny, though. Gervais did a joke that was similar to something I was saying months ago, or I don't know when it was. But to be like, I forget what it was, but like, to say Black Lives Matter is, to me, was really stupid, because it's like, that's like saying lives matter. You're just putting
It's dumb, yeah.
or something before it.
I remember when
like murder's bad. You don't have to go around saying murder's bad to people.
I remember when it first came out years ago, and I remember thinking, maybe they should just say, like, don't shoot on our black people or something. It just seemed very divisive.
Yeah, and it still is.
It still is.
And they the owners or the people that spearhead that organization got very rich for doing a whole lot of nothing.
Right. And it's this weird concept that they need saving somehow, and that you're a white savior that can save them. It's fucking hyper contract. I don't think they need me saving them. They don't need shit from me.
I like that thing that we showed that comedian last week, where he was like doing his Jordan Peterson woke impersonation.
Oh yeah.
And he's like talking to one guy, and he's like, I got fired from work because I'm privileged. I don't get it.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I got fired because I have white privilege.
Oh God, I got misgendered. For Christ's sake, I'm surprised you didn't take her life.
Did you see that Delta employee?
Oh yeah, shut that person down. That was like,
great.
You're misgendering me. He's like, you can play this game. I can have you escorted off the premises right now, or you can book this flight. I'm gonna book the flight.
His gender rights went right down the fucking tube as soon as there were some consequences. Right.
Well, it's just stupid.
It is.
You know, they're just fucking being internet cunts looking for some views. That's
and
all.
this is where I could see like
us.
Well, I'm gonna if they start passing those compulsory fucking speech laws in the state, I'm gonna have a hard time.
Oh, I think it's time to protest if they try to do that shit. And if Californians are too stupid to do that, but I think in New York there might be a different story.
I have a cousin that I love very much, and they transitioned. I don't think they expected. I just forgot that they were a different sex at one time.
Right.
I mean, I try to do it, because I love them. I actually don't use any pronouns around them.
Right.
I catch myself. I'm like, just call them by their name, right?
Well, because as me and one of our friends, I will not mention his name because this is such a touchy subject. He agrees with me. If they do pass those laws, well, now you're just a liability.
Yeah,
that's all you are. You're not really a human anymore. You're a liability.
That's how I feel about them. Because now all of a sudden, like, if I hire you and I might end up in court because somebody misgendered you.
Or if I rent to you, if you're a landlord and you're renting to them, or how many other things can you come up with? If you're like fucking selling them clothes, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, if you misgender them, they can sue you.
What I'm wondering, like, let's just say, like, Elon Musk transitions. Does that break the glass ceiling? Is that broken?
I was really hoping Trump would run as a woman and become the first woman president.
Beautiful. Please, Donald Trump, do that. I'll never call you a woman, but if you could just do that for me, that would be so great.
First woman president of the United States. What would his woman name be? Donna Trump.
Oh, that'd be so good. That'd be so good.
Hello.
That'd be total trolling of the system.
I'm the best woman that there ever was.
There's been a lot of good
Some
women.
people say that. Other people say I'm the best woman. Not me, but I am
the best woman down hand.
I got very small hands.
Just like a woman. My hands are very feminine.
Oh, my God.
That'd be great. Who do you think is going to choose for VP? How are we even going to make it that far?
I don't think there's going to be an election. I feel like they're just setting us all up somehow.
A lot of people feel that way.
I mean, how much more fucking weird can it get where they're taking off people off ballots?
It's gotten weird already. I mean, I think it's actually gotten weirder than that, but that's just like the cherry on top. Imagine that goes through and he still wins.
He wins fucking only being on a couple states.
Wins 48 states, loses Maine and Colorado. They tried it in Michigan, but Michigan said nah.
I think he's back on in Colorado.
Is he?
Yeah.
Good. Fucking dumb. Jesus Christ.
We have to save democracy
by destroying democracy.
There's nothing to fear except fear
shit.
itself. Yeah. I think that's hilarious. First woman president of the United States.
That is hilarious.
Donna.
I mean, they snuck Hochul in that way, kind of like not really, but that's the only way she became fucking governor is because
who? Hochul?
Yeah, because Cuomo was,
Yeah, he got booted out.
He got booted out, and so she was governor. First.
She's got to go. I mean,
shit, Brandon. Like if I was to ever
no fucking shit, bro.
If I was to ever thinking about assassinating somebody, if that is,
Oh God.
I'd be thinking about her. Yeah.
Why? Why? though?
Hey, first of all, she thinks she speaks for God. I've heard that directly. She said it in Rochester at church.
She speaks for God.
Yes, about the vaccines.
God wants us to take vaccines. That's what she said.
In Rochester.
More or less.
Yes. Yeah.
What a muppet.
I don't go to Rochester.
Rochester's been overrun.
Has it?
I was there doing some stuff, skate park related, and it's not good.
South Toronto, not good.
Bunch of trannies running around that are haggard, and they're only like fucking 18 years old.
Jesus Christ.
And they're like, you got to believe I'm a woman. And
No,
they're like, you're like way overweight. You got a beard.
Yeah.
You want me to call you a woman? You got, fucking armpit hair, dreadlocks.
Well, you got to call me a woman, too, and I'm going to kick your ass as a woman.
Yeah, or I'll fight you.
I'll fight
That's
you as a
very
woman.
ladylike. It's very ladylike.
I avoid Rochester. Not that I ever have any reason to go out there, but I would avoid it.
It's a beautiful town. I'm
It
not going to
was.
besmirch it as far as like how cool it is. I'm sure it's a great town and cool, but the
No, it's
the
not.
college vibe and that whole that has ruined the town. The
It's ruined
college,
the fucking state.
it's ruined the country.
Yeah, Rochester, it's your fault.
And Buffalo, close second.
Close second.
No, Buffalo's awesome. I think they
Buffalo,
still.
when I was born, there was 1 million people in Buffalo, over 1 million people.
Yeah,
Now there's 250,000.
went downhill.
Went down to fuck hill. I mean, it's the part of the Rust Belt, so I mean, it's all that did.
Still a great town though.
I like Buffalo. I don't like Rochester. I don't have a lot of experience.
I like any town, really. Tell you the truth, it's just I can't stand like the pockets of like the fucking the Seattle pockets or whatever it is, where it's like we're so fucking hip and cool.
No.
We're just fucking cool and hip, and we're so forward thinking that you just don't get us.
Rochester's contributed a lot to the country, over the years. I mean, that's where Kodak and Polaroid and Xerox are all at, right? And that sex cult. And that's going back a ways. But, I mean, over the last 20 years, they've really gone downhill. Like last time I was there was probably like 15 years ago, and I felt like I was in Newburgh. And I was like,
Well, it's much better than that now. It's been turned around. It's been gentrified.
all right. Because I'm like, I'm not hanging out and looking at this place. This place is scary.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of cool stuff, and in a lot of those cities, they're fucking Austin in the middle of Texas. You're like, all right, this is gonna be some shit kicker town, but no, it's just some like fucking huge college, hippie town.
They say it's not Texas.
It's because they're stupid kids, and they have the SX or the
South
SW,
by Southwest,
yeah, and it's a cool festival. I was there the 1 year, and it's not like overrun by idiots.
We were we might have ended up on that bill, but we didn't.
You guys could have went out there and played.
Yeah,
You guys fucked up.
it was over a year in advance, but
You guys fucked up.
yeah.
Well, next time.
Next time, my solo project.
Yeah, but no, I do like any town, but it's like it's just about the people you're around and what pocket of the town you're in. And just you just it's kind of sad, but just sucks that common senses went away to the dodo bird, and if you try to speak a little of it, you all of a sudden then you're a fucking Trump supporter and fucking Nazi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's like
I didn't know. Like,
it's like I didn't know what you gonna say.
I didn't know calling dudes made me a Nazi. That's what happens.
You married a dude.
Fuck. Remember we used to make
Well,
fun of
we
the
call them women now. Like about 4 years ago, we started calling them women.
Do you remember back in the 80s when we used to make fun of the Russian fucking female Olympic team because they were all men?
Jacked.
Yes. Now, fast forward 30 years.
Don't you dare do it, you bigot.
Exactly.
Don't do it, bigot.
How did we go from like making fun of Russians, They were actually women. They were just probably on juice.
Yeah, they're just like jacked up, juiced up, fucking genetical experiments.
Yeah.
Genetical. But I sent this clip to one of our friends the other day, and maybe it was Chris. Maybe he told you about it, but it was from No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, I love that movie.
And they're talking about transgender. Somebody like went and AI'd the voice of. He's like, what do you mean, friendo? You know, I forget what actor that is. But anyways, he's like, so you live here? And he's like, yeah, I lived here almost 9 years now. You know, with my transgender wife. He's like, you married a dude? He's like, no, we call them women now. About 4 years ago, we started calling them women.
Married a dude.
He's like, no, you married a dude. Yeah. It's like, well, that's how you want to put it.
We're going to see suicide rates go up.
No way I put it. That's just how it is.
Because these people have the highest suicide rate. You can't have an orgasm.
I tell people that, and they don't believe me. I say, they're putting them on drugs that sterilize them, and they'll never have an orgasm. They're like, there's no way. They wouldn't do that.
Well, they done did it.
Well, they're done doing it. You're just too stupid to realize.
Just too fucking dumb to realize.
Just too fucking dumb to realize that's what's happening.
A woman can't make semen.
And when you fucking give them these drugs, the same drugs they use to chemically castrate people.
Yeah. The Nazis.
These hormone blockers.
The mentally ill, they were castrating and sterilizing. Same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just more freedom.
I mean, I guess in a way, technically, they're doing the exact same thing.
It reminds me a lot of like.
I mean, you do you want to call a confused child mentally ill? No, but you might as well be like, kind of. You're walking the same fucking thin red line there.
Mm-hmm. Great fucking movie, by the way.
Great movie.
Everybody's in that fucking movie.
I love that movie.
Jim Caviezel's in that movie.
That's right, old JC himself.
Old JC himself. And there's a lot of people. Jim Gaffigan's in that movie. Who's the guy from
fucking Nick Nolte's in the movie?
Nick Nolte's in the movie. Sean Penn. Who's the guy that did the Brothers with Will Ferrell? That guy.
Yeah, John C. Reilly.
He's in there.
Mm-hmm. There's so many fucking people in that movie. It's hard to even think about.
Gross Point Break guy.
That's Nick Nolte.
Not Nick Nolte. The other guy. He's got a sister.
Gross Point Break guy?
Yeah. The assassin guy. 80s. Better Off Dead he was into. What's his sister's name?
You talking about John Cusack?
John Cusack's in that.
There we go. What the fuck was he in Point Break?
He was the assassin guy.
John Cusack?
Gross Point Break? Detroit?
Gross
Point.
Gross Point. Point Break is a fucking with Keanu Reeves.
No, Point Break is Get Me Too, Utah. Get Me Too.
Johnny, Utah.
Get Me Too.
Two.
He's a fucking hero for Canadian.
He's the nicest guy on earth, I hear. According to the internet.
Yes.
Yeah. He's went through tragedy and come out the other end smelling like roses.
Hangs out with the common people.
Yeah, sits on park benches, eating sandwiches, looking lonely.
Buying people fucking scholarships and paying their fucking hospital bills.
Yeah.
Not telling anybody about it.
Making kick-ass movies like John Wick. Even though I kind of got bored of John Wick movies. I mean, they're great movies individually, but as a series, I'm like, it's just one big dumb shoot 'em up.
I never got into it.
Yeah.
He's like a demonologist or something, right?
I like Constantine better than most movies.
Oh, is that the one where he's a demonologist?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't really like The Matrix that much.
I like the first Matrix.
That was okay.
None of the others.
Originally, they picked Will Smith, but Will Smith said he couldn't do it as good as Keanu.
Will Smith is just a dumb fuck.
That's true. His career's really gone downhill since then, but How about her book that bombed?
I mean, it was bad.
It was
I don't know how bad it bombed, but I imagine it's not doing well.
Look at fucking little Brian Stelter?
Stelter?
3,805 fucking sales.
No.
Yes.
3,000 people. That's it that bought his book, and he's on like this list. Did you see? Was it Dice's that did the list today of like
Yes.
the 50 most influential people?
Bullshit.
The bullshit list.
It's a bullshit list.
Yeah. They got like Joe Rogan way down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Gutfeld way down at the bottom. All these people that get millions of viewers, and then they got dickheads like Jake Tapper up top,
Yeah,
where
come on.
he gets a couple 100,000 eyeballs a night.
Fuck out of here, Jake Tapper. I'll beat the fuck out of you, Jake Tapper.
The lead with Jake Tapper.
Apparently, he's best friends with Colbert.
Yeah, because they probably fucking,
Butt buddies. The butt buddies.
they're probably playing the buggery game.
Yeah, bugger.
Bugger.
I mean, whatever. But Jake Tapper is not that influential.
Steven, let me sniff your butt.
Stephen Colbert hasn't been funny since he was a Republican.
A fake Republican.
Yeah, that's when he was funny, when he was a fake Republican.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he was an ultra Republican on TV, right?
Colbert, what a fucking just sad
I mean,
fall from grace. All those idiots.
All those idiots. The only one that has any kind of saving grace, who's still an idiot, is Jon Stewart.
I mean, his show got, I think they wrapped
yeah,
that.
they wrapped that. But at least he'll occasionally, like kind of like Bill Maher will occasionally
See the light.
Yeah. But Bill Maher's a fucking idiot too.
I mean, I still like Bill, even though he says he's got TDS. I mean,
He's
that's his only issue is the TDS. The rest of the time, he's pretty funny.
That's a lot of people's only issue.
No. It's like, I think he's off the fucking pandemic train. He's off all that. When you got like Colbert dancing around with needles, being like,
yeah, that was ridiculous.
vaccination, let's all get one.
That was ridiculous.
It's like, no, you are truly evil, brainwashed motherfucker.
Jimmy's on a State Farm commercial now.
Which Jimmy?
Fallon.
You must be getting that big State Farm money.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. He's often cited as like the centrist late night guy.
Yeah, which is still bullshit because they're all getting CIA fucking talking points.
I know him. I know he's staunch Catholic. More Catholic than me.
I thought you were going to say, I know he gets CIA talking points.
Well, what I do know, and I don't know if I should say this or not. Ah, fuck it.
We got 40 people that watch, dude.
So
Nobody
told me,
watching now.
He told me he got paid $2 million from NBC not to do anything after Fever Pitch.
Oh, you had told me that. Yeah. It was just like a no compete clause kind of thing, but
they wanted him fresh.
Right. Yeah.
eye.
We don't want you doing anything at all. We want we want you to just chill out for a while. Everybody forgets who you are, and then we bring you back.
Yeah.
You couldn't slice a little off of that to you?
I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, he did nothing for it. What the fuck, Jimmy?
Maybe I'll ask him for a job. Then I'd have to work in the city. I don't want to work in the city.
Fuck that place. It's nice to visit every now and then, but I couldn't.
No.
Nah. What, you going to play another tune?
I could.
What else we got? I mean, how much time we got left here? We're about $1:40 in.
That song is Emily Simon. Emily Simon. It's a French song. And
Hot dog?
I bastardized it.
That should be the name of your fucking cover album,
Bastardized.
Barney's Bastards.
I got a lot of them. I got a lot of bastardized songs.
Barney's Bastards. This is an original.
No, it's not.
Oh, it sounded like your one there, the little fight song.
That's a bastardized song too.
That's a bastard. I thought that was an original.
No, it's a Irish folk song, redone in American.
God,
I got 100 of them.
Barney's Bastards coming to you soon, 2024.
Come all you rebels and heed what I sing. Fear of one's country, it's a terrible thing. It banishes reason with the speed of a flame, and it makes us all part of the patriot game. I read of our heroes, and I wanted the same, to play up my part in the patriot game. They told me how Lincoln, he was killed in a chair. His head was but matted, and his brain was all bare. They showed me how Kennedy, he was shot in a car. His wife was beside him when his head blew apart. So I think it's our leaders who promised us change. Well, I think that those leaders, they feared the same. Now that I lie here, my pockets are holes. I think of those traitors who bargained in souls. I wish that my rifle had paid them the same. To all of those quislings who sold out the game. No, it's not original. That's Patriot Game. I just redid it.
From where?
It's an old Irish folk song. I can't. These things are so old, I'm not exactly sure who wrote them first.
Patriot Games. It's like the movie.
Well, that's what the movie was named after, yeah.
It was named after the song?
The song's fucking hundreds of years old, yeah. It was popular, you know. It's not like it's not popular.
Patriot Games.
Yeah. That's what we're playing, Patriot Games.
Was that the...
Harrison Ford?
No, I mean, it was part of the trilogy of
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan. Started with Red October,
Red October.
then Patriot Games, and then Clear and Present Danger.
Yeah.
And it went on after that, but those are the best three.
Yeah.
Very good.
I love that series, yeah.
I've enjoyed it my whole life. I got it on DVD, VHS, fucking.
I
watch
got the
I watch him
DVD,
every. I
yeah.
watch like Hunt for Red October at least 2-3 times a year.
Do you?
Yeah, and I'll
Crazy Ivan.
Which way did he turn? Starboard. He always does Crazy Ivan at the bottom half of the hour.
He does. He does.
But what the fuck was I gonna say about that trilogy? Yeah, I do like Clear and Present Danger more than Patriot Games, though.
That's the bigger one. Bigger stakes.
It is bigger stakes, yeah. The other one's just kind of like the IRA fucking, something. I mean, I haven't
Blowing
watched
shit up.
and they got to stop them. And Ryan gets in the middle of it somehow.
Here's something. So Brexit did more for the IRA
Jesus Christ.
than anything else before. I was kind of shocked when I found that out.
They were like, yeah.
We're not connected to Ireland anymore. All right. You're not?
Sick.
Sick. Come on, IRA.
How are we get more of these votes?
All right. That's another problem they're having over there. Fucking. So there's the National Front Party or whatever. Irish National Front.
The NFP.
Yeah.
Everything's got initials over there, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have them.
Gotta have them. And they've been gaining steam because of all the shit that's been going on in Ireland, where they're now like censoring people, like you're getting arrested if you say something.
Yeah, it's horrible. New World Order cracking down on them, and they're
cracking
getting
down.
pissed off. Oh, we didn't cover that, did we? The riots in
You can't say that on YouTube anymore.
what?
Order.
Since when can't you say that?
Like last week.
Get the fuck out of here.
You watched that Dice thing today?
I didn't watch the Dice thing today. I mean the whole thing. I didn't watch it. Does he mention that?
Oh,
in there?
yeah, he does.
No.
Yeah, he mentions you can't say order.
Ooey, ooey, order, ooey, nooey.
Yeah, you can't bring no order.
What?
And I looked into it. No, they don't want you saying that.
They
anymore.
changed their terms of service, so you can't say
Hey, new a
oogie, oogie, noogie.
Yes.
Ordery.
You can't name that
Wooey.
ministry song anymore.
Come on.
Why? That's what I'm
Can we
wondering.
have George Bush Sr. say it?
I think so. I think he
Can
can
we just
still,
play a clip of him saying it
maybe.
whenever we want to say it?
Dude, they took off fucking Rand Paul giving a speech on the Senate floor
Jesus.
about vaccines. Gone off YouTube. On the fucking Senate floor. On the clock. Paid by the U.S. tax dollars. Sent to that Senate by his constituents who voted for him to be there.
Oh, man. It's really fucking weird times.
No shit, Brandon. Since we're shit's everywhere.
I mean, at least fucking Jimmy had fucking Alex on the other night. That was cool.
Alex should have been one of the most influential people this year, I think.
I think he's going to be. Yeah, he should be Time Man of the Year.
Jesus Christ. That hurt my
I'm
bit.
making that cover.
You got it.
I'm
I
making
want
that
that
cover.
shirt.
Time Man of the Year, Alex
I
Jones.
want that fucking shirt.
For real though, he opened a lot. He red pilled a lot of people this year.
My biggest problem with him is that he's alive.
You and this bullshit.
If he dies, he's got a lot more credence. You know,
It's got a lot more fucking.
Alex, just something to think about.
We just need Obi-Wan Kenobi fucking Jones.
Obi Doobie Kenobi Kenobi.
Obi Doobie Kenobi Jones.
Obi Doobie Kenobi Toby.
What did I see? No, it was great watching him and Jimmy talk. Cause like I think the last time they talked might have been when Jimmy spat on him at that fucking conference.
Jimmy Dore, you talking about?
Yeah,
Oh.
Young Turks. This was like.
That fucking jank.
This was, 5-6 years ago before Jimmy left the Young Turks. And then finally, I think it was nice to see. I remember Jimmy being on the Young Turks, and he showed some of those clips being like, we can't allow Alex Jones to be censored. He's like, even though I hate his guts, we can't allow it to be censored. And now it finally came full circle where he's like, I'm going to have him on my show because I realized he was right about so much. And I was like duped a little bit, but at the same time, we're all fighting for the same thing now.
I never could get into the Young Turks.
I watched them a little bit when they were like funny and they were doing funny things. And then, with the TDS set in, everything got fucked up.
I couldn't get past the Armenian genocide.
I know you still are like saying that every time we bring
What
up
the
fucking
fuck,
the young
man?
terms. You're like,
We're naming the show the Old Nazis. Is that okay? Why is it okay for him to be the Young Turks? Fucking a genocidal group historically.
I don't know. You are correct. When you're right, you're right. Young Nazis.
The old Nazis.
he gets to be the Young Turks, which are more or less fucking terrorists from what country?
Turkey.
Yeah. But what did they do? And was that the
They had a lot of progressive ideas that were good at the time.
but who did they kill?
The Armenians.
The Armenians.
Yeah, they were white people that they wiped out.
The Turks from Turkey killing the white people.
Yeah, they wanted a republic instead of the Ottoman Empire, which is good, but they were radical. Yeah, it's basically what it means. Turks means radical in that language.
Okay. But they did the bad things.
Yeah, they perpetrated the Armenian genocide.
They did the bad things.
I mean, that's bad everywhere else, right?
I mean, not in Gaza, obviously.
I guess not. What are you gonna do, though? I mean, come on.
So somebody was, I think they did a fake phone call with Biden on the Jimmy Dore show, and they're like, yeah, I called him and I told him, just take it easy over there,
This shit ain't gonna happen.
It's fucking, dude, they are. It's not even in the news.
No, I mean, here's
The devastation.
what it comes down to. Nazarim, right? Egyptian. I think Nazarim, right? That was his name. 60s, 70s. He had this whole idea for like an Arab super state. right? And he was a nationalist from Egypt, and he wanted to get rid of the whole Muslim fucking aspect of that part of the world. He was a secular leader, right? And he saw a united Arab state secularly, not Muslims, right? And then they killed him, or he died, right? Whichever one you believe. And then in the 70s, right? Well, we were backing Saddam, right? Because he was gonna kill the Iranians.
He was our buddy then.
Yeah, because we had the Shah in Iran, right?
This is when we were making Rambo movies with the Mujahideen.
Yeah. So we had backed the king that we put into Iran, the Persian king, and then he got kicked out by Islamic fundamentalist extremists, which is what runs Iran to now, and they want a whole like Islamic revolution. That's what their whole deal is. That's why Iran's so fucking concerning, because they have this whole radical fucking idea about Islamic extremism, right? Where they want this revolution, similar to what the communist revolution was, except the theological, right? And they took control of Iran, and the British had all all these protectorates around, right? That they stole. That were all coastal territories, right? So like Kuwait, right? For example, Bahrain, right? I think it's another one. All in the Persian Gulf there. And BP, who wasn't BP yet, they were like the Iranian British oil company. And when the Islamicists came into Iran, they were like, we're going to nationalize this fucking oil shit. This all belongs to us now. And UK was like, holy shit, they just stole all our oil. Right? We bought that.
Yeah.
And they were like, fuck you. And that's when it gets bad. That's when it starts getting bad for the West and the Middle East.
Well, as far as what's going in Gaza, I don't know what the fuck you just had to say had to do with that, but
because Gaza, they're following instead of the Nazarene model of a secular Arab state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who they would have been underneath control of, right? That's how Gaza came about, because the Egyptians said, well, we'll protect her at this spot, yada, yada. Instead, they backed the Iranian ideology, right, which is Islamic extremism. And that's why it's an issue. Because that's why Egypt isn't helping them.
Right, because now they're like, you're fighting a holy war.
They're fighting a holy war. And none of the Western Arab states want anything to do with that.
Right.
And unfortunately, Egypt was the first one to recognize Israel, right? They were like, all right, you're your country. And then eventually, I think Jordan did, and then eventually Saudi Arabia.
They're probably regretting that now.
But at one time, Egypt and Syria were linked for a short period of time in the 60s. And Syria said, fuck you, we're not going to recognize Israel. Even they were in the French domain. Anyway.
Well, I mean...
And it gets really convoluted because they're Ba'athist, which is what Saddam Hussein was. Now, Ba'athist is Arab socialists, which is why we didn't like them.
But like when you get into what we were discussing a couple weeks ago with the Zionism, and then just the regular fucking Orthodox, and it's like, okay, do you believe Israel has a state to exist? And it's the Zionists are the ones who want to have an Israeli state. And Orthodox don't give a fuck. They're like, we're just people. We're not we don't need a fucking state.
They don't believe that secular shit.
So, I just feel like it's gotten so they're
there and they got guns. So what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, the guy with the big stick's winning.
He's got the big stick.
Yeah. And the only part I don't like about it is both sides are such fucking arrogant assholes.
Sure.
It's like the Zionist fucking Israel is like, you can't criticize us.
Yeah, I can.
You can't criticize us. We're protected peoples.
That's what they think. Yeah.
And then the Palestinians are fucking shutting down New York City, saying Allah Akbar, fucking, You know,
Admiral Akbar was a great general.
they're not winning over any fucking hearts and
No,
minds.
they're not gonna. No, we're not gonna go there and win hearts and minds either.
I know. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, and it's all just you know what the best part is? It makes a lot of money for people.
It does.
With big bombs.
Big bombs.
And their bombs and their
Right.
guns.
Now, I've been a harsh critic of Israel.
Zombie.
But the Israelis are there and they got guns. And to move them, you're going to have to die. So that's more violence, so I'm against that. I mean, I disagree with what happened with the Europeans and the Americas. Do I think the Indians should rise up and try to take us out? What are you,
No.
fucking nuts? That's more death.
And it's also pretty fucking stupid. It's like this is what I believe descendants of slaves and fucking whatever the Palestinians aren't recognizing. It's like he with the biggest sticketh winneth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
And during history, that's the way it's always been.
Always been.
And if you didn't go and do all the things to get the big stick, well, then you just, you know,
You got to get hit. You know?
yeah, it's fucking sad but true.
The problem I have with Israel is that the UN charters were they're
And you can't criticize them.
I criticize them all the time.
No, you can't.
I do. I think we should go back and take it back for the Christians. That's just me, right? You know, somebody fucked up, called off the Crusades. I don't know why. I mean, if Pope Francis calls and says, "Yo, fam, Crusades started 15 minutes. Where are you?" I'm there. I don't like the guy.
We're taking it back.
But the Greater Israel Project's what I really have a problem with.
Yeah, you've told us about that a few times. Not cool.
No, because they're planning on expanding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're not like just settled, or they're not okay with like what.
Is this the one with the rainbow flag, or no? That's someone else.
That's the Jewish Thomas Oblast in Russia has a rainbow flag.
And they're Russian Jews.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Okay.
But they're all the way out by China. Like the Oblast is in like Siberia. Oblast state.
Hmm.
Actually, they're like small little republics, kind of like the United States. Which is why they have a federation of republics.
Starship Federation. That's a Federation Starship.
Yes, the Enterprise.
All right. What else do we got to put in here before we get going? Because my fits are getting cold up in this fucking concrete floor.
Nambia.
Nambla?
Nambia. You know, between like South Africa and Angola.
Yeah, Nambia. What about it? All the gold they got down there?
Diamonds. They got diamonds.
Diamonds.
The Diamond Coast or the Skeleton Coast, whatever you want to call it. Well, I mean, they're having a big crisis there because they can't get fucking supplies in because there's no fucking ports. And they've only been free since 1990. They're the last country that got like away from like any kind of colonialism in Africa.
Okay.
And they got, you know, they need food and shit.
But they got a lot of money?
No.
No money because warlords taking their diamonds?
It's not quite that simple. All right, so
France taking their diamonds?
yeah.
It's like, yeah, France is definitely taking some of their diamonds.
France gets uranium uranium from them, and so does China. China gets uranium from them. And this is where the problem is, because China wants to build there. Now nobody's ever been able to build there because it's all fucking desert on the coast, right? The entire coast is desert, so nobody lives on. Most people like around the world, they live near the ocean, but it's not true in Nambia, right? They all live inland because there's no good spot on the ocean.
There's like Dead Sea or something like that.
It's just
There's no fucking
the
fish.
world's oldest desert is there, and it's right on the coast.
No fucking fish.
There's fish there. There's no rivers that are continuous all year round that go into the ocean. So there's no ports.
No clear fresh water.
No ports, no fresh water. Yeah, it's very dry.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chinese have been going there and getting fucking uranium.
Now they're gonna make some fresh water and some ports.
Well, Why are we letting them get in fucking uranium from our fucking sphere of influence? Who decided that was a good idea?
This guy and his fucking Axis and Allies board.
Well, think about it.
We got to get them the fuck out of there.
Yes, they're getting fucking shit for bombs.
Oh my God, we got to get them the fuck out of there.
Right.
They're getting our fucking resources.
Exactly. Those should be made American.
Those are going to be our bombs.
Exactly. We don't want Chinese bombs made out of that shit.
We want our bombs made out of it.
And luckily, France has been, trying to get some of that. Thank you, France. Which is taking it away from the Chinese, and they're willing to outbid the Chinese for the uranium, which is good.
Yeah. Well, that's nice to spread a little bit of that butter.
The question is how much is China willing to involve themselves in Nambia for this uranium? Are they going to build bases there? Or they're talking about, hooking up the port there so they can go further in. Whether they want to do one of their mega projects into, I forget what the name of the river is, but it borders South Africa and fucking Nambia, this river, and it goes to the ocean like most of the year, but it dries up sometimes. And so China's talking about setting up a permanent fucking base in Nambia to get their uranium to make bombs. Fuck you. That's what I say.
That's your Randy Marsh. Fuck you.
Yeah. South Africa's right there. Right?
Yeah, that's our sphere of influence.
That is. They have bombs. Well, they took them apart, but they can put them back together. Them and Ukraine both voluntarily gave up their nukes.
So, quick review of today's lessons. Nambia and the Myanmar.
Yeah, Russians and Myanmar doing joint operations, talking about putting a base.
Not good.
Not good.
China in Nambia.
Not good.
Not good. So those are the two big moves on the board this week that really pissed you off. Or you see kind of things stirring.
I didn't think the Russians have been increasing their presence in the Indian Ocean, which is fine because they don't really have a way to get back home, right? But if they make a deal with Myanmar or Iran or fucking India, we're kind of fucked because then they're going to set up. And then we're going to lose an ally, or, well, not Iran, but India we would if they set up there.
Mm.
And they're still trading with Russia because they said this is a European problem. We want nothing to do with it. And Pakistan's still trading them. They both got nukes, by the way, Pakistan and India. Granted, they're pulling their nukes out with a donkey to the fucking blast site, but they got it.
Fuck up.
You ever see those?
Donkey nukes? No.
Dude, it's so fucking surreal.
I ain't seen no donkey.
So, like,
nukes.
India will have, like, they have a space program, and they'll launch a
They got
rocket.
a bunch of donkeys on
and
a rocket.
they got donkeys dragging the rocket to the fucking site.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's good old technology, man. Get it done anyhow you can.
Yeah, it still works,
You see it fly. Fucking don't matter if a donkey pulled it or human. You had a nice little fucking sand crawler pulling it.
That was one of the signs how we knew the Nazis were losing, because they were using horses more than we were.
And that's why Russia made a bunch of plywood fighter jets to fucking make us think they had a bigger air force than they did in the 80s. Yeah.
Here's something. So Iran now has the most data of using fucking drones in the field, because they gave Russians a bunch of drones, which they reverse engineered when they captured ours.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been selling them to Russia, and they've been getting back all the data, that's our field, man. We're the ones that should get the drone data. We've been doing it longer.
That's our data.
Yeah, this should be ours. But they're using them a lot. They're using drones a lot over there. Here's something else I saw redacted. This was good. So they were the major news networks have been pointing out that Russia hasn't gone past this one line since so and so and yada yada. And redacted was like, that just happens to be the land that they claimed. They never said they were going any further. Like, that's
right.
So it's like one of those critiques that is short-sighted, I guess.
Well,
all right.
I'm trying to think of anything else I've forgotten about this week other than that we're going to have a new year.
New year. Yeah.
In about 30 some hours or so.
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all are going to have a great year and a fucking We're not gonna have a fucking
I don't,
asshole fucking version of reality rear its ugly head because nobody wants to pay attention.
I mean, I got some ugly shit I like to read. Montpelier, looking at you. I'm taking you back.
The fuck's that?
It's capital Vermont, so-called Vermont. So-called Vermont and the Remutions. I want them back in the fold, man. They never should have been let go.
Well,
Allen, come on. What kind of deal is that?
Take back the Baseball Hall of Fame.
That's in Cooperstown.
Oh, we already got that. Never mind.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No, I don't think we got a claim to that one. That's in Cleveland, allegedly where rock and roll started.
Old dirty Cleveland.
Old dirty Cleveland. The U.S. version, not the
Brown Town, they call that.
the Cleveland Browns are there.
Exactly.
I remember one time I was coming into Cleveland. I guess that's 90. I'm heading east, and fucking it looks like Cleveland's on fire. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I was ready to fucking pull over and stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was the Northern Lights. I never saw them before.
Oh, that's cool.
It looked like it was on fire, though.
Red? Red lights or
Yeah,
green?
red and green. But,
Wow.
but the red were lowered to the ground.
Huh. Yeah, I've seen red and I've seen green, and they're fucking amazing.
They
every
are
time.
amazing.
So cool.
Blew my mind.
Blew my fucking mind.
Blew my fucking mind.
man, my mind's blown.
Boggles the mind.
Boggles the mind.
Yeah, I guess
if
that's all right.
anybody would like to,
Well, there's 13 people watching. This is a high for us.
no, that's how many views we got. I think we're back down to 0 right now.
We got 0 people watching. That's a high for us.
But that's all right. That's all right. This is the year, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a new studio.
Maybe. I'm putting my challenge out there. If you want to fight 1800 style, just let me know. We'll set it up.
We'll set up some fights.
Some fights.
Oh man.
Bum fights.
Bum fights.
Maybe we'll do that this year. Bum
Just
fights.
don't go start beating up bums and putting them on video,
No, we'll give 2 bums $50 a piece to fight.
and we'll just live stream it.
Yes.
Jesus, business models everywhere now.
Here's Piss Pass Pete.
Piss Pants Pete.
Yeah.
He's got a record of 0 and 10.
He's going against Dumpster Diving Dave.
He's an animal. 1 and 3.
Drug addict Dave is coming up next.
Oh,
You don't want
God.
to miss it.
Oh man, Jesus.
He's going to be going up against AIDS patient Alan. That'd be good.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like Girls Gone Wild.
It'll be Rumble exclusive because we ain't gonna last on YouTube much
That's
longer.
another thing. All right, so this is another thing. Israel's got hotter chicks.
Definitive statements by Michael Barnicott.
That's why I got to back them, because they got the hotter chicks, you know. And maybe we'll get a Jews Gone Wild, you know, like they fucking did with the Girls Gone Wild. Jews Gone Wild.
So do we get a free trip, right? If we turn
What?
into Jews?
No.
Yeah, I think if you become a Jew and you're like Judaism, you get a free trip to Israel.
Well, I am an advanced Jew,
Well, how come you haven't went then?
because they don't recognize us. We're Christians. We are Jews, just advanced. Christians are Jews.
Advanced though, next level,
Well, yeah, they recognize the Jewish Messiah.
2.0.
Yeah.
But you don't get a free trip to Israel.
No.
You have to fucking go back
I don't want that. What?
to
Israel's a
your
shithole
previous
right now.
operating system.
It's a shithole right now.
Oh my gosh.
They're all fighting over there. That's worse than the Quebec biker wars.
Shithole countries, Israel.
Well, yeah, right now. Not always. But right now they're blowing shit up.
Oh boy.
It's like the Quebec biker wars. And what was his name? The good Trudeau. Edie Trudeau. No, nothing. All right.
Nothing.
So there was these wars, right? that went on in Quebec between bikers. And it was led by this guy named Edie Trudeau. I'm pretty sure they're related. and he was blowing up everybody, man. Well, you see, it had like the Popeyes Motor Club gang,
Popeye chicken.
and they got what do they call it? They got
They got badges and patches
yeah,
and vests.
they got patched in to the Hells Angels, right? And the Hells Angels were like, "Well, this is a good spot for us because we could sell a lot of meth here, right?"
The good stuff, meth.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to get away with in Canada because everything's further apart, right?
And it's frozen.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go outside.
No,
And everything looks like meth because it's white.
it's all white.
You can hide it easily.
Hide it very easily. And you could sneak into Canada like fucking nobody's business.
And everybody in Canada looks like they're on meth.
There's literally roads to Canada that have nobody on them. Just walk across. I've been meaning to go to Doria that way.
Oh, where?
Doria?
What is that, like Narnia?
No. Doria is where they did all those fucked up experiments on like the mentally ill patients with the CIA.
It sounds like Narnia.
It's right over the border.
The Secrets of Doria.
Doria, Quebec.
Is that where that woman comes out of? And she got all fucked up in that program? She was like a baby when they started.
It very well could be. Yeah. It was a mentally ill
Mhm.
hospital. They did all kinds of fucked up experiments with the CIA.
Yeah.
And it was only like 600 yards from the United States.
Yeah,
or
just
something.
over the border.
Just
Just
over the
enough
border.
to be like,
Yeah.
clean hands.
I wasn't here.
Clean hands. We got clean hands.
And actually, there's a road there. There's a bunch of roads where we talked about this one time where we were just pushing planes over during World War II before we were in it.
I remember. Yeah. They're like, we can't deliver them, with, by, what was
Yeah.
it, by like ship or anything like that?
Well, we weren't allowed to give them anything.
Right.
Otherwise, it would be declared in the war. So
We'd be in the war, yeah.
So we'd like throw the rope over, push the plane up to the border, and they would come along.
Yeah. It'd be like, they stole it.
They stole it.
Yeah, it was just a plane right on the border with a rope.
Yeah, they stole it. Those 30 Canucks. Just working your way around fucking international trade laws
Holy shit.
to keep neutrality.
Canucks stole our
They
planes.
stole
God
our
damn
fucking
it.
planes. Every
Northrop
day.
Grumman just hauling them up there by the fucking truckload.
I just found about this place called the Finland Air Force Base in Minnesota.
Do they have the swastika on their planes?
That's what I thought, Brandon. I thought this was going to be finished. And I kept looking into it. I'm like, what the fuck has Finland got a fucking Air Force Base in Minnesota? Turned out the name of the town is Finland, Minnesota.
Oh,
But I
okay.
lost like an hour on that.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
What the they're
Okay, okay,
fucking Axis.
Yeah.
What the hell are they doing here?
Oh my gosh. So next time we see everybody, we can use that old joke. See you next year.
See you next year.
Jesus. What else?
That's it.
That was it, folks. That's all. Oh, well, thanks for tuning in. Whoever tuned in. Another week. We're going to have another show. Put a lot of time in doing these shows.
Let us know if you want to see the bum fights.
Yeah,
We'll make
bum
that happen.
fights,
Bum fights.
bum wipes.
Go down to Newburgh.
If
If you haven't noticed, like Newburgh's like hell in my mind. It's Ellenville's the second close. Very close.
Ellenville.
Yeah, it's another shithole.
Hmm.
Build a wall around Ellenville.
We're gonna have to go do some remote stuff this year.
Yeah. Get out of the studio.
Start a protest or something.
We gotta go to that Trump rally.
Where's this?
I don't know, whatever one they have around here. Anyone that's not in the
The
city.
one we're hosting.
Live in Malden, New York.
I was thinking that when I saw that woman almost like fall over from seeing Trump's face, I was like, I wonder what happened if we just put on masks and walked around town as Trump and did his
Heart attacks. There's a string of heart attacks around Syracuse.
we would probably get attacked.
Trump impersonators.
I was just doing like that kid did on Halloween. He's like, no, shut up, shut up.
That was great.
I'm the best. People say I'm the best. I don't say that. People say I'm the best.
Or that one kid that did Biden and kept falling over everything.
Yeah, we'll do that. One of us will do Biden, the other will do Trump. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, everybody. We love you. Thanks for tuning in to another week of Sanctimonious American Men.
Another year.
We'll see you next year for a whole another year of Sanctimonious American Men.
The final boss of internet shitlords.
The final boss of internet shitlords. You gotta say it in Irish accent.
It's the final boss of the internet shitlords. How much horse is this?
Oh my
That's a
God.
fine way to clean the cupboard.
So we'll see you next year. Everybody have a safe New Year's Eve. And enjoy. I hope you have a blast. And New Year starts out great, and everything that you want to accomplish comes true next year. And we love you all. So with that, we'll be seeing you soon. Remember, everywhere you go, anywhere you go, there you are.